Hey all my crafty friends, it's been a while since I did a tutorial, and today's tutorial I'm especially excited about because this is my favorite movie, BeetleJuice. I have loved this movie ever since I was a little girl when it came out, and decided that this year for Halloween my entryway would be done in BeetleJuice items. Just about everything that I purchased was either from the Dollar Tree or in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby, leaving it super cheap and affordable to do. So let's get started. So the first project we're going to be working on is the Handbook for the Recently Deceased. I scored this book at a thrift store for a quarter, so that was an even bigger steal. And I had printed out the cover because what I was originally going to do was wrap it around and Mod Podge it on. Unfortunately, the size would not work. I would have needed a bigger printer, and it's just something I couldn't do. So my next idea was to take some acrylic paint and try to match it up. And I could not get it to match completely up with what I already had on hand. So I just did a couple of coats of this and allowed it to dry really good in between each coat. Once that part was finished, I had printed the cover off again on just some regular printer paper and tried to cut closely around each image and wording as I could get to it, and then just Mod Podge the back of it onto the book. Next, I really wanted to do the BeetleJuice arrow light sign, so I just took a piece of the foam board from the Dollar Tree, printed off another image, cut it down, traced it on, and I'm taking my Cricut X-Acto knife and very carefully cutting this out. I did want this sign to light up, so I had these little string lights from the Dollar Tree that I purchased last year, and I'm just poking holes through the foam board and pushing them through, and then adding some hot glue to make them sturdy inside the hole. My original idea for this was to paint as closely as I could to the sign with the coloring, but then decided that it'd be easier just to Mod Podge the template that I had printed off onto the sign. Next up, we are going to be making some of the sandworms, and this is really easy as far as the molding and sculpting. I just got some air dry clay from Hobby Lobby, kind of sculpted them out, put them on some skewer sticks, and allowed them to dry. These ones I'm painting were already dried, and I'm not the best painter. This could have been done a whole lot better, but I did do my best and I am happy with the results. Once I was done painting, I picked up these little green containers at Hobby Lobby for like 40 cents. It was in their clearance bin, and thought that neon green would be perfect for BeetleJuice. I then found some of the green sands and black rocks at the Dollar Tree and put them in there for the time being. Now I'm starting on my wreath. I had this black and white ribbon left over from a previous project and thought it'd been perfect for, of course, BeetleJuice. And I just wrapped it around this styrofoam wreath that I had found at the Dollar Tree. And this little friendly sign actually come off of one of their outdoor signs that I was going to make with something else that had the 3 on there, and it ended up being a fail, so I just popped this one off to put it in the center of the wreath because it fit perfectly in the center compared to the other wood pieces that I had. Once it was completely dried, I took its Showtime on some matte vinyl and cut it out with my Cricut and applied it to the center. I had really wanted some green lights for this project, and my Dollar Tree had them at the beginning of the season when they started putting all the Halloween stuff out, and something had told me to get them while I was there, and I didn't, and now I can't find them. So I did have some of the lights that I purchased for my daughter's bedroom chandelier project that I had done. These are really good because they have different settings, it's just they're clear. So I thought that I could use some of the green deco mesh behind the It's Showtime sign and then put the lights behind it. Another thing I like using from the Dollar Tree and always have to have on hand are the metal shower curtain hooks. Those are really great for hanging wreaths and other products, and that's what I'm using for this one. Now, my camera did cut off on some of the back end that I was doing with the green deco mesh, but here is the finished result. It's not entirely perfect, but I am so pleased with the outcome. And I forgot to mention too that the black and white striped glass holder right there that's holding my BeetleJuice light up sign come from the Dollar Tree as well. I do have a few other items that I plan on adding to this, but I just had to go get started while I had the time. This is a rug from the Dollar Tree, and this is actually glows in the dark. I wish my camera could pick that up. I tried last night, and it just was not showing. So maybe today I can get a better shot of that. I hope my fellow BeetleJuice fans enjoyed today's video. If this inspired you to make anything BeetleJuice, I would love to see it. So please feel free to tag me below. If you like this video, please leave me a comment, share it with your fellow BeetleJuice fans, and subscribe so you can see the next one I have coming. Thanks so much for watching.